Hello, friends. I hope you are doing well. I apologize for my hiatus here on YouTube. I have, had a busy summer. Summer in the Northwest, at least in Western Washington. I feel like because we don't get much sunshine here when summer comes, we are all running around ragged trying to fit everything in to the 8 or 10 weeks or however long of sunny, warm weather that we have. And so trying to fit everything in, being busy, I have not had much of a chance to be present here on YouTube. Even though I've wanted to, I've missed all of you, and I have missed just chit-chatting and catching up with you. The other portion was I got a new phone about a month ago, and I just finally yesterday was able to get the footage from the video that went up yesterday, which today is September 6th. That video went up yesterday, the 5th, and it took me almost a month to try and to successfully get footage from my iPhone to my Windows PC. And I troubleshooted every single thing. I spent probably about 10 hours trying to figure out how to get my damn footage from my phone to my PC. And I had never had a problem with it with my previous iPhone to my PC computer, but I don't know what the problem was. I think I know. So we're just going to try this footage the same way that I did it yesterday and just cross our fingers that it works. So that's the long short of why I have not been here. That being said, today's video is going to be a little bit of everything. It's been a while since we've chatted, and I wanted to kind of catch you up on what I've been doing in my planners and my notebooks. I wanted to show you a few things that I recently-ish got. And then I also wanted to chat about my 2026 plans for planners and notebooks. So if any of that or all of that sounds good to you, stick around and we're just gonna jump right into it. Okay, so I think the best thing to start with would be what I'm currently using, or what my current stack looks like. And one more. So I think the best way to do this would be to start with the things that I am not using. All right. So first is my Sterling Ink monthly booklet. This is the N1 size. This is, as you can see, my YouTube planner. You know, I had really good ambitions and intentions with this planner. I was hoping that my YouTube channel would be taking off enough that, and busy enough that I would need a planner. And I'm not upset that I have a place to record this information, like filming, editing, posting. I like that. But I'm not using it. The only thing I'm doing is going in and backfilling it, and creating my quarterly goals here. Not even. I mean, I do like to plan my goals 1 month at a time. But that being said, there's nothing I'm doing in this planner that I'm not doing in a different planner, and this just feels redundant and unnecessary. So I might get a wild hair up my ass and back plan in it just for fun. I think my 2024 stats would be fun to compare to this year's stats at the end of the year. I might fill out this page, but I'm done putting energy into this planner. Like I said, there's nothing that I'm doing in here that I'm not doing somewhere else, and I'm not busy enough with my YouTube to really necessitate having a full planner. And I am happy that I only bought one of the Sterling Ink booklets for it instead of a full planner, because that would really feel like a waste of money. But I'm over it. She's pretty much retiring, and that's all right. I've made my peace. In a similar vein, I have my Sterling Ink booklets for my writing planner, and I really liked the idea at the beginning of, last year when I was planning for 2025. I really liked the idea of the booklets. I thought, cheaper, it's smaller, it's more portable, and I thought that this would be a great system to use for my writing planner. However, I've realized that I don't like having 3 booklets, and while you're not using all of them at the same time, I'm using the monthly booklet, which is the same as this one that we just flipped through, but I'm using it in conjunction with the Sterling Ink weekly booklets. And the weekly booklets are broken into 2 books. You have one for January through June, and then the second one for July through December. And if the fact that July through December still has the plastic on it, if that's a sign that I'm not using it, I don't know what is. So technically I only need 2 books at a time. Maybe in the end of June and beginning of July, there might be a couple week period where I might be using all 3 booklets, but typically I only need 2 at a time. And this is smaller, more portable, lighter weight than the standard size compact planner from Sterling Ink. I just found that I don't like having multiple books. I think I would rather have it all in one place. And at the end of the year, all 3 of these are going to be my writing planners, as opposed to just one planner. And I just don't like having the 3 book system. I thought this would simplify my life and make it easier, but it's actually made it feel more cumbersome. Like I have to have both books out, and I can't be bothered. So I do not plan on giving up on my writing planner, because even if all I do is back plan it and fill it out in hindsight, I will do that. And I do feel like I'm going to be jumping into my writing planners a lot more this fall. Sarah over at Heart Breathings hosts the Rough Draft Challenge multiple times a year. If you're not familiar with what it is a month-long writing challenge, but really you can tailor it to anything you want. But it's a month-long challenge where you set your own goals and dedicate more time than usual, or as much time as you feel you have, to making progress towards your goals. I believe Sarah will be hosting it in November. It does coincide with the former NaNoWriMo month, and I will be participating. So I will be actively using, not passively back planning in these planners a lot more this fall. So I'm not going to give up on these. But I'm not doing 3 books next year. I'll tell you that right now. Next up in the things that I'm not using is my Moterm cover. I had my everyday carry planner in here, sometimes along with either my YouTube or my writing planners. And sometimes I would pull my YouTube planner out and just go about my business with my writing planner and my everyday carry, or I would take my writing planners out and just use my everyday carry in there. However, it's summer and I felt like traveling ultra light. And so I ditched my cover and have just been carrying my planner itself around. This is a lot smaller, a lot lighter, easier to travel around with than the cover. And while I have not necessarily been using my cover recently, and recently I mean probably the past 2 or 3 months, I'm obviously not getting rid of it. I will pick it back up. I just go through phases where sometimes I want the cover with, you know, all of my stickers and decorations and page flags and, you know, all of the accoutrement and my crystals. And then sometimes I just want to carry the planner itself and I don't want to deal with the muss and the fuss of the cover and all of the goodies. So I will definitely jump back into this, but I'm enjoying traveling light right now. So this is going in the, not keep pile, but because I'm not going to get rid of this, but it's going in the I will pick it back up again soon-ish pile. Next, I have my budget planner. This is the Erin Condren and Clever Girl Finance collab planner. And I have not used this in some time, but the beautiful thing about it is it's undated. So you can just pick it up anytime you want, set the dates yourself, and go about your business. So while I'm not using this right now, I do want to start using it soon. And I can just pick it up whenever I want. So that will go in the I'll pick it up when I want to pile. And that, I think for the most part, covers everything that I've not been using. So the next pile of planners here are the planners that I am using. Let's get these out of the way. All right, apologies for the ring light glare, but it is what it is. So the first thing in my pile is my everyday carry. So this is my Sterling Ink N1 compact horizontal not life planner. That's Erin Condren. Common planner. I don't know why I was blanking on that. I have some things stashed in the front here, a bookmark that I didn't take out of the book I was reading when I finished it, or that I did take out of the book and haven't put back on my bookshelf. And then this is a postcard that I need to send my friend. I thought it was really sweet, and I wanted to send them a postcard. Although it's not July anymore. It wasn't even July when I bought it, actually, but whatever. And I love this planner. I don't utilize every page. I don't keep up on everything. Like you can see here, I've pretty much stopped keeping track of my habits, which is typical for me. I usually stop tracking my habits sometime in late spring, early summer. Because like I said, life here in the Northwest just gets really busy. The days get long and we just go to do all the things. And this is one of the things that suffers. So here's my decorated September monthly. And this page is pretty. Look at this. Don't look at all this. But I have mostly just pen and paper, and if you're new around here, the Bic Crystal is my favorite pen. This is my ride or die. This is my tried and true. I love this pen to the ends of the earth. And I love the way that ballpoint pen feels on this paper. I love the way it sounds. It's just the tactile experience of ballpoint pen on this thin paper is just so dreamy. But yeah, this is what most of my weeks look like. I don't typically do, every once in a while, I do a decorative spread, usually after I've been watching Planning Life with Erin, because I just love her creativity in the way that she plans and decorates her spreads. But most of it's just pen and paper and a couple Tombos, but sometimes not even. Like lately, let's see. As you can see, I'm not fully caught up. I haven't really kept up in my planner much this week. Cancel. Did not go. But, yeah. As you can see, I'm not particular. I'm not fancy in my planner. Everyone has opinions on, you know, super functional versus super decorative, and I definitely lean more towards the functional side. However, I like the idea of decorating. I just don't, most of the time I truly just don't care. But yeah, I am perfectly content with my ballpoint pen and planner. So I love this planner. It is my ride or die. I feel truly at peace with just my pen and this planner. If I were on a deserted island and they told me I could only bring one planner, you bet your bottom dollar it's this one. I feel so content. I love it, and yeah, I'm very happy in it. So this is my ride or die, my everyday carry. This is not going anywhere. Next we have my running planner. So I bought a happy planner, and actually I'll leave that there for now. This was originally supposed to run July 2025 or June 2025 through, you know, June or July the following, or May or June the following year of 2026. But I actually redated the entire planner so that it went January through December of 2025. So this is my running planner. And what I have been doing, I'll just flip through August. So I have set goals for myself here, made important notes. And then here I just keep track of the mileage every day. And is that up to date? I thought there was one more day. Nope, that is up to date. Okay. And then each week I just make my notes on one, if I brought my two of my dogs with me, Sawyer and Newton. I have 3 dogs, but my oldest dog does not go running with me because she's almost 11. But I make a note if the boys came with me so that I can keep track of their mileage too and make sure I'm not pushing them too hard. I make a note of where we went running, the time of day, the weather, my rate, what is it? Rate of perceived energy, something like that. Basically on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being you're sitting on the couch and 10 being you're running from zombies for your life. How much energy you're putting forward. And then if I did my pre and post warm-ups and stretches, any pain, like here it was hot, I had knee pain, mostly right leg, sore leg muscles before, during, and after run. So that when I go to physical therapy or the sports medicine doctor, I have a log of pain. And then I keep track of my pace, duration, calories, and elevation. And then at the end of the week, I put the total mileage that I ran and then any notes. And at the end of the month, well, I haven't quite finished August's yet, but we'll look at my July recap. I have the number of miles I ran that month, the number of days I ran, the calories I burned, a high point, a low point, and then a commitment for next month that will then tie into my goals. So I actually really like having a running planner. I used to have one back when I was running quite a bit. For a good, I want to say couple years, I was running 6 days a week, and I was running anywhere from 3 to 8 miles a day. And I kept a running journal or running blog, and I wanted to start that up again. So I do love having this. I'm not sure if I want to stick with Happy Planner next year or not, but I do love having a running journal, and I will continue to use this. Okay, next up, we have my Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner, and whoa, apparently the whole front cover's coming off. And this I am using as my HB90 planner. So again, Sarah over at Heart Breathings, because my channel is basically just a stand for her channel. But HB90 is Sarah's 90-day goal setting and planning course. And I use this planner to plan my 3 main focus areas and do some goal setting. And those 3 main focus areas are my writing, my YouTube, and my fitness. So here I have my goals for the quarter. And then in the monthly sections, I put my goals down, any important dates. And then this planning has evolved through the months. Looks a little different from month to month. So in February, I put my 3 goals, or my goals for each area on this kind of planning page. Ooh. Throughout the week, I keep track of what I'm doing in those areas of my life and how much time I'm spending on them. So the top section is my writing, middle section is my YouTube, and bottom is my fitness. And I'm measuring it in task blocks or 30-minute increments. So this week I did nothing with my writing. I spent 13 task blocks, so 6.5 hours on my YouTube, and 2 task blocks on my fitness. And then I keep track of my weight as well. So just to kind of fast forward through here. I still haven't fully figured out too much what I want to do with this page, but that's okay. So my monthly, and then at the end of the month, I review how many task blocks I've scheduled, which I'm really bad at scheduling things because I have a hard time holding myself accountable with some things. So scheduling, I'm still trying to kind of gently work my way into. Then I have the number of task blocks I used that month. And similar to my running journal, what went well, what didn't go so well, and what I'm committing to for the next month. So July, I actually did a video that I will try to remember to link in the cards or whatever up here. But I did a video where I planned out my month, and I'm not gonna lie, I was way too ambitious. It looks beautiful. This looks great. The intention is there, but did I follow through? No. I mean, sort of, but I think I just tried to put too much on my plate. I am proud of myself. I've stayed very consistent with my running overall this year, and I'm proud of making that a priority, but that means that other things are gonna give. And then in August, I still have some back planning to do. I'm only up to the 18th. But the beautiful thing is I keep track of that information in my everyday carry. And then it's really easy just to transfer to my my HB90 planner. And I know that this may seem repetitive to some of you, and like, why would you duplicate information? But I like having it in here, although it's not super important if I keep track of how many task blocks I have in my writing for a day in here. The only reason I want it in here is so I can then transfer it to my HB90 planner and later my writing planner. So while it does seem kind of redundant and duplicated, I don't mind it. I like knowing that I can go to this planner and see how I'm spending all of my time for all 3 areas, rather than having to go to this planner and see how I'm doing with my writing, and then this planner and see what I'm doing in my YouTube, and then this planner to see what's going on with my fitness. I have all of these areas individually if I want to look at them separately, but if I want an overall picture, I have this to come to, and I really like having it, however redundant as it may seem. I really like having it in here. So this is not going anywhere. I will continue to use my HB90 planner, and have not done anything for September yet, other than washing out the dates that are in August and October. But I love this planner, and it's not going anywhere. All right. And then lastly, these are not planners. These are notebooks. These are Sterling Ink N1 notebooks. This one is the 270 something page. And I bought this one before Catherine started dating or numbering her pages. But this notebook, even though it's not technically finished, I have like 20-ish more pages to go in it. I'm considering it done. I am moving into this notebook, and I am 63 pages into this notebook now. And what this is exactly what this says. This is my series planning notebook. So I am working on a book series, and I have run out of room in this one. And I love this notebook. It's been so good to me. It's chock full. I started it for something else, and then, where is it? Right here. Started using it for my writing. So it started out as 6 Months for Life, which is a free little kind of mini course that Sarah over at Heart Breathings runs. And I decided that I didn't want to continue doing it. It was too much for me. And so let this be your encouragement, that instead of thinking the notebook is ruined, that it's done, you can't ever use it again, and you wasted this much of the notebook, that you can just turn the page and make it something else. And I mean, this is where I've left off, but look how well this has served me. It's loved, it's worn, there's coffee stains, there's beer stains, there's dog paws, there's, sticky notes, there's pages taped together because I didn't like it. It's loved, it's lived in, it's got all sorts of notes in the back and in the front, and I love it. I have spent many, many hours with this notebook, and it will live on my shelf, and every time I look at it, I'll just have fond memories, and it's going to always hold a special place in my heart. So now I'm moving on to this one to plan my 6-book series. So this one's just barely getting broken in. It's getting there, but I got a lot of pages left in this one. This is the 500 and how many? 20 pages? Let's see. 517. So this is the 517 page notebook. It's bigger even. And I have it's hard to see when you're holding it up in the air, but against the cream paper, you can see it's got a purple color. This is my page marker. It's got a little folder here so I can put doodads in it. And this is from Salty Katie Co. If you don't know Salty Katie, I don't know what you're doing. You should absolutely go check out her shop. All of my clear covers are from her, and I've got multiple dashboard, pen loop, page breakers, whatever you want to call them. I love her shop. She is the best, and she's so sweet. So if you need some clear covers, some jelly accessories, and covers for your notebooks and planners, go see Salty Katie. I will definitely link her below, because she deserves all the love. She is one woman in a sewing machine, and she is a badass. So she will never watch these videos, but Salty Katie, you are the best. So these are not planners. And the reason I still have this one in my quote unquote lineup, even though I'm not using it at the moment, I am still referencing it for some things until I can fully get moved into this one and feel confident that I don't need any of the information from here anymore. So for now, when I'm working on my writing, I'm working with both of these. But that will change sooner than later. So these are my ride or dies. Mostly this. I need my writing notebooks and I need my everyday carry. If I had to give these up, I could do these things in here, but I like to have a separate space for it, like I said. So absolute push came to shove, these 3 N1 sizes are my ride or dies. So that's my kind of lineup right now. I'm going to put my pen back so I don't misplace it. That is my 2025 current and past lineup / stack. I think next let's move into some of the goodies that I've gotten recently. And at this point, I am going to make y'all time hop. This footage is from, I want to say early July, and I had originally intended in putting it into a different video, but then life got really chaotic and my phone stopped working, so I had to get a new one, and so the footage has just sat until now. So enjoy early July, Sarah, and I'll see y'all in a bit. Hello, welcome to the Time Warp. I am filming this portion of the video way before I have filmed the rest of the parts, but I wanted to show you my little mini haul that I got from Planner Monkey Co. Look how cute the Macy's sticker is. I tore it off as gently as I could to protect the sticker, and I think I want to put it maybe in my planner, or I'm not sure where yet, but this little envelope is very cute. I'm not going to show you the front because I did not cross out my information, but I got, come on, oh, that's everything. I got some fun things. I originally placed the order because of the things for my writer's traveler's notebook that I wanted. So I purchased, these are exactly the same, but I purchased the freely noted booklets here. They are 90 pages, 52 GSM Tomo River paper with a 4mm grid. And it has the cute little foiling on the front here, silver foiling, and on the back, oh hi Astrid. Yeah, meow. On the back, in the same silver foiling, it says Planner Monkey Co. And just a simple grid notebook, no page numbers or anything, but I don't need that. And this is, like I said, the exact same thing. So I got these two specifically to go in my writing traveler's notebook for my series Bible. And then I thought, since I'm placing an order and this shop is from Canada, and if I'm waiting long enough and paying the shipping to have these items shipped from Canada, I may as well order a few more things. So let's do these first. I got some little washi goodies in here, and it looks like there's some freebies and a little card, if I can get it out. Okay, there we go. Even the bag is cute. Look at Macy. So cute. So I got some washies. I have, is one of these my packing slip? No. Nope. So here's the little Planner Monkey Co. card. I got two little freebie sheets here. The lemon theme and, oh hi Lilin. And then this cute little fun sampler. I also got this sampler sheet, really summery. I think all three of these sticker sheets, the colors go decently well together. So that's kind of fun to use them this summer. And it looks like a little journaling card here. You can pause the video if you want to read the note. And then so with the exception of this washi and maybe one or two more washies that are in my pencil case, these are all of the washies that I own. I do not own many washies, and a few of these I'm getting down to the bottom of and will probably use up before the summer is over. So I wanted to restock on some washies while I was shopping with Planner Monkey Co. And they have some very cute washies. Not all of them are quite my vibe, but you know, that's the case with any sticker shop you go to. You're never going to find that everything totally matches your vibe, which is fine. And I have, as you can see here, I have several, and by several I mean like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, and then I think 1 or 2 more in my pencil case that are the grid style washies, and those are pretty neutral. They go with pretty much everything, and I would like to have some more kind of like fun printed washies, so that's what I stocked up on this time around, was some kind of cute and fun washies. Some of them are more minimal than others or more neutral, and then a couple of them are a little bolder, and I kind of like having that mix of subtle patterns and colors and then more bold ones, because I can, you know, use different washies for different things. And if you'll hold on 1 second, I need to turn my light on because I realize that y'all cannot see this super well. Okay, that lighting is much better. So here's a more accurate color of the notebooks. They're a really simple, kind of elephant gray, very basic, soft, cool, neutral gray. The first washi I got, also speaking of gray, it's kind of a grayish taupe color. And let me find, here is my Sterling Ink B6 notebook that has gotten quite beat up. But let's just do some washi strip testing here so that y'all can see in a little more detail these washies. So I have this gray, really simple neutral kind of leafy pattern here, and it's kind of a grayish taupe, and it is semi-transparent. Next, I love this one. This one I think was the first one I added to my cart. It's a really pretty dandelion pattern print. Once the dandelions go to seed and they're in their little fluffy stage. So let me, if it'll focus, there we go. And it's also semi-transparent. There's no sparkle, there's no sheen. Ooh, that one's really pretty. I feel like this one might be my favorite. Next, I have a cute little, I think this one's called like Midnight Stationery or something. And it's a very cute bookshelf, moon, stars, washi tapes, notebooks pattern. And this is one that, even though the colors are somewhat neutral, the print itself is a little more bold. Next, I think this one was like an autumn themed washi or something. I can't quite remember. I honestly didn't pay attention to the names. I was just looking at the colors and patterns of them. But this is a really pretty kind of like pink and red and beige pattern. And it's bolder, but not, none of these I would say are like bold. Like none of them are super bright. And then this one is really pretty as well. This is like kind of midnight flowers, I would call it. It's like a really pretty dark navy with, there we go, with some florals and some leaf patterns. So let me hold all of these up now, and I'll kind of let you look at them slowly in a little more detail. Man, I feel like this one, the color is not doing justice. It's so pretty. It's like a brownish, beigeish, purpley pink. I think the dandelion fluffs are my favorite. Yeah. So those are my new washi tapes. I am very excited to kind of replenish my stash. And now they don't fit in my washi holder super well. But I will be done with a couple of these soon, so I will have room. And I already have room for probably a couple of them. Or I could do that, actually. There. And this oversized one can go in my other pencil cup with my other oversized washi. And now they pretty much fit. So those are the washis that I got. And then I also got this envelope here to store sticker sheets or just random doodads that I come across. Sometimes I keep a note on my desk for a few days and I don't know where to put it and I don't want it to get lost. or a cat to decide it's a play toy and they bat it around. So I got a little envelope. And then last but not least, this is so cute. I got a little sticker folder here. Of course, there's cat hair all over it. But it's got 2 larger pockets on the inside, and then it also has 2 smaller pockets on the inside, and the outside, you'll have to excuse the ring light. The outside is some kind of fall flowers with Macy peeking out. And it's apparently a collab with Faded Chronicle. I apologize, I don't know who that is or what shop that is, but I just thought this pattern was so cute. And I want to put this in my traveler's notebook for my series Bible as well, just because I tend to keep lots of little scraps of paper and not know where to put them immediately when I'm jotting down random ideas. So I kind of end up shoving them in random places in my traveler's notebook. And this, I think, will be a good kind of holding space for those random things I jot down until I'm able to properly put them where they belong. So yeah, that is my little Planner Monkey Co haul. And now we'll go back to the video, wherever we may be in that video, because I haven't even filmed it yet. Okay, hi, it's me again, past Sarah. I realized that I had one more small purchase to show you from my very favorite jelly shop, and that is Salty Katie Co. I immediately, upon ordering a new sterling ink notebook for my series Bible, went to Salty Katie Co. and ordered a new jelly cover and a new pen loop. If you are not familiar with Salty Katie Co., I highly recommend you go check out her shop. Katie is so lovely. She hand sews all of her jellies, and she's just, her craftsmanship is phenomenal, and she's so sweet, and she's really fun to interact with as a shop. And I saw on her Instagram story that she was making some jellies like mine, and so I commented on her Instagram story, was like, is that mine? And then on my packing slip, she said, your order was so cute, I posted about it on IG stories, LOL. And I thought that was just the sweetest little touch. And then when she was finished with my order, she posted, Sarah, your order is shipping out, on her stories. And it was just, it felt really fun and special, and yeah. So first, I got this clear grape jelly. It's hard to see the color here. You can see it better against a white background, and you can also see the cat hair. But it's a clear grape jelly, and you get to pick whether you want clear or sparkles or stars, and you get to pick your band color. So I really like the purple on purple look. I have this exact same cover for a different notebook, and like I have this exact same cover and color combination for another notebook. And then I got, again, it's hard to see on a, it's easier to see on a white background, but I got the glittery grape jelly page marker with a pen loop. So these are going to go on my new N1 sterling ink grid notebook. This is the 520 page notebook, and I had to order the clear cover, or the jelly cover, to fit the larger pages, because I have, like I just mentioned, this cover already for the N1 size, but it's only for the 200 and something pages, and this is going to stretch and fluff out quite a bit once I get working in it. And I don't think that the 200 and whatever page jelly cover will fit on this chonker of a notebook. I received this notebook about a month ago, almost now, and yeah, probably right around a month ago. And I opened it and it was lined, and I was like, oh no, I can't believe I didn't pay attention to that. I don't like the lined style. It's not my preference. I much prefer a grid. Dot grid is okay too, but I think my overall preference is grid. And I was so disappointed that I didn't pay attention. And then once I got home, or the next day, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I could have sworn that I ordered the grid, because I tried to be extra careful about things like that and double, triple check what I'm ordering, because all of the sizes and options can get overwhelming. And so I try as hard as I can to make sure I'm ordering the right thing. So I went online and checked my order, and I did order the correct thing. I did not order the lined. I did order the grid. And so I immediately reached out to Catherine at Sterling Ink and said, hey, this is what I received. How can I get this lined notebook back to you? And how can I get the grid one sent out? And I didn't hear anything for like 4-ish days, 5 days. And just from being a Sterling Ink customer now for a couple years, I know that she typically has pretty quick response times. And I was like, this isn't like her to not respond. And so I just sent another email saying, hey, I haven't heard from you. I would like to get this back to you. And she, I think the same day, like within a couple hours, I want to say, or first thing the next morning, I don't remember, responded and was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I could have sworn that I hit send on the email and I just didn't. And she was very quick to send over a shipping label so I could get the incorrect notebook back to her. And she had said, I already sent out your correct one. Here's the tracking number for it. I sent it out a couple days ago, which she had. And then she had said, you know, if you could just pack the lined one up and get it back to me. Here's the prepaid shipping label. I am so sorry. So she made it super easy to get the lined notebook back to her. And I even had all of the original packaging, because I hadn't even pulled it out of its plastic because I didn't want to keep it, and I wanted to keep it as nice and pristine for Catherine as I could so that she could turn around and sell it to someone else who will love it more than I would. So I love Sterling Ink. Catherine is, she's so wonderful to work with. She's so kind. She's so responsive, and the quality of the products she makes is just, I love Sterling Ink notebooks. Obviously, if you've been around my channel, you know that. But here is my new series Bible notebook. This will be for book 1. There is a line, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a line right here. And I think it's just from the band sitting on it. And then there's also a vertical line that goes down it from where the plastic was sitting on the other side. And I think that's just from it sitting with things on top of it for a little while. So I'm thinking that'll kind of relax and buff out over time. But I have my new plotting notebook here for book 1 of my series. And I have a large pen loop. But I have a pen loop with my page marker in there. And, oh yeah, I never showed you the cute little salty holographic logo on it. Very cute. But this is my new plotting notebook for book 1, which I'm sure you've seen. But now we're gonna time travel back to the main meat of the video. Bye. Okay. Welcome back to September. That was July, Sarah. So moving into some other goodies that I have acquired. I should have been organized before I started this, but here we are. Okay. So I had placed a Happy Planner order. They were having some big, I don't know, middle of summer sale. And I purchased one of these little sticker fans. And it's just a bunch of little boxes and dots and icons. Not icons like laundry or cancel or, you know, any of those kinds of icons, but just little dots and stuff. So I got these. I figured these would be really useful in everyday planning, but I think that they would be really useful either for my HB90 planner, if I wanted to start using more stickers in there, because this kind of color codes well, or I could use this in my writing planner and kind of help color code things. Some of the sheets only have 5 colors, which would make it hard to color code because I have 6 books. But most of these have more than 5 colors. So I figured these are great, just simple icons, or I keep saying icons, simple little dots and things. So always good to have extra on hand. And all of these things were like ridiculously on clearance. I don't remember how much they were now. I don't have the prices in front of me, but it was not much. And then I did get 2 more sticker books. I got the Moody Florals book and the Desert Thistle. So the Moody Florals, I like the colors of this better. A little more muted. And a lot of these colors tend to match my Erin Condren planner more, the Bold Blooms colors. And then the Desert Thistle. I just thought these colors were really pretty together. They're kind of, I feel like they're kind of 70s inspired colors, and I love it. I love the kind of terracotta, peachy colors with the purple and that kind of muted blue and green. So that was my Happy Planner purchase. Oh, you okay, Newt? The dogs just came in from outside and they are roaming around my office. So the next thing I purchased, I don't have it on the sheets anymore because I've incorporated them into my sticker book here, but I made an Orange Umbrella Co. purchase, which, if you're not familiar with Orange Umbrella Co., it is my favorite sticker shop. Melanie, who owns the shop, is super sweet. She's really great with customer service and quick to respond. The vast majority of her stickers are repositionable, so if you are like me and have commitment issues with your stickers, you're all good. So I bought these little banners, little floral chains, daisy chains, if you will. Some plain striped lines here, and then some big kind of post-it note styles, sticky notes, another sticky note, more sticky notes. I did my best to incorporate my new stickers into my notebook into my sticker album where a lot of my other stickers are. And I thought I had, yep, I have beer stickers. That might have been it. Okay. Here we go. I have just a bunch of boxes, and I think they were made to go with the Bold Blooms, if I'm not mistaken. The Bold Blooms color scheme from Erin Condren. But yeah, that is my Orange Umbrella Co. purchase. They were also having a sale. This sticker album is also from Orange Umbrella Co. And I got it a couple years ago on sale because it was one of their misprints. And since then, it's gotten all dirty. It obviously did not come like this, but I've gotten it dirty and scratched up over the years. And okay, and then this next thing, this traveler's notebook system could have been included. Woo, hello. We are way zoomed in. Could have been included in the things I'm not using. I had originally set this up to be my 2025 writing planner or writing traveler's notebook system, and I am in the process of setting it back up again and getting everything all organized and getting my supplies gathered to make this my writing traveler's notebook system again. So that's why, I suppose that's why I didn't put this in my things I'm using or not using in the lineup, because I have been using my writing notebooks. I just haven't been using the cover. The last thing I have in terms of like shopping sprees, however large or small, was my family came out to visit me from Chicago in August, and we had a really fun time, and we went up to Seattle for the day, and we went to Owajimaya and we went to Kinokuniya. Owajimaya is I think it's primarily Japanese, but Asian, huge grocery store. And then connected to it is Kinokuniya, which is a Japanese bookstore. And they have Kinokuniyas all over the country, and I think all over the world, at least in the US and Japan. And I have never been to Kinokuniya, and I was so excited to go. And my planner bestie, Asia, has been, and she's told me how amazing it is. So I was so excited to go with my family when we went to Seattle for the day. And I picked up a few things that I am holding in my traveler's notebook, because I think I would like to put them in my writer's traveler's notebook. And I have my Maisie folder here for stickers. I have a blank Sterling ink 64-page booklet. I have my Planner Monkey Co. booklet. And then I have a Traveler's Company notebook here that I'm using for series research. And I'm keeping my goodies that I purchased at Kinokuniya in here for now. So that's why this cover is making an appearance, because I want it to stay with my goodies. So the first thing I got was this adorable keychain. It's like a metal enamel keychain, and it says, "I love making lists." And so I got one for me, and then I also got one for my bestie Asia. So we have matching keychains now. So I got two little pockets, two pocket things. One of them is a larger pocket sticker to put in my traveler's notebook. Oh, we're pretty zoomed in here. Sorry about that. Come out a bit. Okay. So this is a larger pocket sticker. And then I got this, which is 3 smaller pocket stickers. And whether these go in my writing traveler's notebook or my regular planner, I haven't decided yet, but these are always good to have on hand, just to have some extras. So I picked those up. The next thing I got was this really cool card file. Some of these things I've never seen before, and I'm not surprised that I've not seen them, because I like Traveler's Company, but I'm not like in the mix or in the know like a lot of other folks are. So this is similar to a notebook, but as you can see, every page has 3 little card slots here. And I thought this would be really great for my scene cards when I am planning scenes in my novel. And it's a really easy, convenient way to travel with my scene cards. I've previously used like little I typically use index cards, and I've used little index card boxes to organize them. But the box gets kind of cumbersome, and it's a hard box, so it can't, you know, compress down or flatten or get smushed in a bag. It just is the size and shape that it is. And this is much smaller. I think that I will have to trim down index cards. I don't think the regular 3x5 and certainly not 4x6 index cards will fit in here, but I can trim them down. I have lots of little scrippy scraps of paper that I can use, and I'm sure I can find something that will work for this. So I was really, really excited to find this card. What do they call it? Card file, 20 pages and 60 pockets. So my novels typically have a little more than 60 scenes, but I can, you know, double up on some of them and that won't be a problem. Okay, I'll put that back in later. Y'all don't have to watch me struggle. Next, I got, again, I've never seen this either. This is a 3-way or a 3-fold file. And I thought this would be really useful for plotting because, hold please. This is my 6-book series right here. All of the major plot points, according to the Save the Cat beat sheet. And I figured that this could be really nice to use for my plots. So I can either have it for the plot of one book if I'm just working on one book at a time, or it can be for the entire series, and an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper fits in here with a little bit of extra room. And I figure that I could also layer them because I have, here it is. This is from my old plots, but I have like book 1 plotted here, and then book 2 here. And so I really like to have the plots together. And then I also typically keep, well, this is all full of notes, but I typically keep a Save the Cat beat sheet, a blank one, with me as well. And so I think that having these things in this trifold will work out really well for me. So I am very excited about that. And gotta make sure this goes here. Yeah. Okay. So again, this is the 3-fold file. This I'm almost certain, along with this, that these will be going in my writing traveler's notebook. Because as soon as I saw these items, I pretty immediately knew what I was going to use them for. This is a 3-pocket zipper case. So let's open it up together. So this, I was thinking I could use it in my writing traveler's notebook. But again, if it ends up going in my everyday carry, that's fine too. However, my everyday carry already has a very similar thing. I have a zip file pretty much just like this in my everyday carry. So I will probably use this for my writing traveler's notebook setup. And I'll probably do something similar where I put a bunch of page flags, stickers, things like that in it. Because right now, my notebook is doing double duty for extra page flags, paperclip, Post-it notes. I've got a thing here of paper. I've got more paper back here. So I figure that while everything does technically fit in here, and this is great for when I want to travel light, that my clear cover can hold these things, I think having one of these will be really helpful. So haven't fully decided where this is going to go, but I think this will end up going in my writing traveler's notebook. Hence why all of these goodies were stashed in there to begin with. And then the last thing is just a craft paper folder. Simple, 2 pockets. I can use this to just throw some random notes in or scraps of paper that I know I'll need later. And again, this could go in my everyday carry system with my Moterm cover. However, I think I want to keep it in my writing cover, or my writing traveler's notebook. All right, so I'll just put all of these things back in here for now until I get it more set up. And this traveler's notebook cover is Carpe Diem. It's faux leather, PU leather. And I got it with a couple inserts from Carpe Diem for $5 on clearance. A cover and inserts. And while I love my Moterm cover, this is beautiful. It's kind of like, this was like a goals cover, dream cover for me. I honestly love this cheap little thing so much. So I love it. $5, very well spent. All right. So that, I think, wraps up my goodies that I've purchased recently. Now, let's talk about my plans for 2026. All right, so typically this time of year, I am so excited for my next year planning. I am daydreaming about all of the possibilities. I'm watching other YouTubers and what they're thinking of doing and gathering inspiration, figuring out what I want to keep the same, what needs to change, and all of those really exciting things that I know you geek out on as much as I do. And this year, it's not that I haven't been thinking about my 2026 planner plans, but I just don't feel that, like, I feel excited to get my new planners, but I don't feel the, like, sense of urgency, or like I'm not spending a lot of time binging videos about what people are doing next year. I'm just, and maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this means that I am more or less in the coveted planner piece, but I'm not fussed about next year. I've already made my purchases. I already pretty much know what I'm doing. There's only one thing that I'm a little unsure about, but I'm not stressed about it. So for 2026, I am getting this exact same planner and even the same color. And this will be my writing planner next year. Because like I was saying earlier, I don't want to do a multiple book system just for my writing. I thought that would work for me. It does not. So a brand new one of this will be my 2026 writing planner. And then I will be ordering this exact planner in the tweed color. Same size, same planner, just a different color. And the tweed color will be my everyday carry that this is for this year. So next year for my everyday planner, I am staying in the same thing. I love it. I don't feel done with this size. I don't feel done with this brand, the paper. I love this Sterling ink planner, and next year will be my 3rd year in a row in Sterling ink for my everyday carry, and I have found Planner Peace, y'all. I love Sterling ink. I love the simplicity. I love the colors. I am so content with Sterling ink that I don't see myself changing planner brands for a long time, honestly. And obviously, I reserve the right to change my mind at any time because I am a person who changes over time. But I love these planners and I am happy as a clam, and I'm going to stick with it next year. And I will be adding one more of this as my writing planner. And I did order another booklet. I literally just ordered this exact N1 64-page booklet, even in the caramel color. I love this brown. This caramel, though, is just, it's so beautiful. I love it. So I'm very proud of myself that I did not get distracted on launch day yesterday by all of the pretty shiny planners on Sterling Ink's website, because there was a moment where I was like, do I do a B6 Slim? Do I just add a couple monthly and weekly booklets? And then it was like, no, you were just talking about how you were just thinking about how you don't use your monthly booklets, how you don't want to do the 2-book weekly system again next year. So no, I'm very glad I stuck to my 2-planner mission. And I did, buy an extra booklet notebook, but I'm fine. I'm not upset about that. I know it will get used and it's only $12. So I stuck to my mission with Sterling ink, and I got out in the first half an hour on launch day, got what I needed, signed up for the new loyalty program they have, and I bounced off the website. I was like, nope, gotta go, bye. So I'm very proud of myself for that. I don't know why I'm moving this. I have nothing more to show you. So the other part to my 2026 planner lineup or planner purchases will be another Erin Condren Life Planner. Okay, I had to pull up my order on my Erin Condren account so that I could accurately tell you what I'm using next year, because all of the words and names and layouts get kind of jumbled in my head. But I am using another Erin Condren Life Planner next year for my HB90 planner. I'll just open it up so we don't have the crazy glare of the ring light. And this year I did the vertical layout. However, next year for 2026, I am trying the dashboard layout. And I'm really excited to give it a shot, see how I like it. I'm a little nervous because I do really like this vertical layout. It just fits my 3 areas of life so easily and so seamlessly that it almost feels like don't fix what ain't broke, but we'll see. I am hesitantly optimistic that the dashboard layout will serve me well, and I chose to add the productivity pages to the back end of it next year. This year, I think these few pages just came with it. I don't think I added them. But next year, I did add some productivity pages to the back of the planner to give myself some extra space. And then the other thing I purchased, and this is where I went off my rails a little bit on the track that I thought I was going down. I was watching some YouTube videos and I got inspired with the Erin Condren Daily Duo planner, and I purchased a Daily Duo for next year. I did do some personalization on both planners. I got the coils, and next year on the cover, instead of it saying Simulated Sarah, it will say HB90 2026. So that'll be on the cover next year. And that will be for both planners. They will both say HB90 2026. So the reason I'm okay letting go of my YouTube and mostly just my YouTube planner, I guess. I was going to say but there is no and. The reason why I'm okay letting go of my YouTube planner next year is because it will just, everything I need to do for YouTube can be in this planner. I don't need a whole nother planner for it. And I'm really excited to try the dashboard layout for my HB90 planner next year. And I'm really excited. Hopefully I like the Daily Duo. I'm a little bit nervous about the time tracking component, but I'm telling myself that if I don't want to use it, I don't have to. And I'm a little bit nervous about having all of that space every day, but if I don't use it every single day, it will be okay. I did the Canvas Life Planner and the Minimal Daily Life Planner Daily Duo. I got rose gold coils on both of them. They're both the 7x9 size. They will both say HB90 2026 on the covers. Oh, and I did the minimal interior layouts. The Bold Blooms is beautiful. This is absolutely stunning. But I think I'm just ready for minimal. All right. Well, if that wasn't a whirlwind, I don't know what was. Thank you for sticking with me. I had a lot to catch you up on since I've been kind of MIA. The video that I posted yesterday, I think I mentioned this, but I filmed that back in late July and just now got around to posting it. So that's an older video, or at least older footage. And yeah, I am happy to, knock on wood, hopefully be back. Fingers crossed that this footage from today gets uploaded to my computer, no problem. And thank you for chatting with me. Thank you for letting me geek out, show you what I've been using and not using, some of the new goodies I've picked up, and chatting about my plans for 2026. I would love to know from you what you plan on using next year, if you're expanding your planner stack, if you're condensing and consolidating. I can't wait to talk to you soon. I've got some fun videos kind of up my sleeve, some that I've been thinking about for a little while, and then some other new ideas. So stay tuned. Until I see you next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.